September 26th, 2015. Good morning, Sudbury. I'm Hal Mad Dusty. I bring you the news of the weather and all the stuff that matters today. Starting with the weather. 15 degrees, feels like 14 degrees. In the afternoon, perfectly 19 degrees. And in the evening, 15 degrees. Overnight, it'll probably be, mostly clear, which is good. And I'll tell you why in a second. And it'll be around 11 degrees. Blood moon to rise in Sudbury on Sunday. The timing is right to make Sunday's lunar eclipse truly special for the committed, casual, and curious sky watchers of Sudbury. Not only is it a full eclipse, which will cause the moon to appear deep red, but it will also be visible to everybody in the eastern Canada on the right time of day, at the right day of the week, and at the right time of year for a relatively convenient viewing, if the weather cooperates, and it should. It is referred to as a blood moon because it's pretty red, and it's the way the sunlight scatters through the Earth's atmosphere and then shines down onto the moon, and then the moon's, the moon is Earth's shadow or something like that. Okay, first contact, or when the moon begins to slide into Earth's shadow, will occur shortly after 9 p.m. The fully eclipsed blood moon period totality will begin around 10 p.m. and last for 72 minutes. Eclipses happen when the Earth moves between the sun and the moon, blocking the sun's rays, and I'm sure everybody knows what an eclipse is by now. In partnership with the Sudbury Astronomy Club, Science North has organized a viewing party in the dynamic Earth parking lot, one of the more elevated open spaces in the city. It's a nice location with clear horizons, and the event begins at 8 p.m., weather permitting. The next full lunar eclipse visible in Sudbury, with a similar longevity, will occur the early morning hours of January 21st, 2019. So don't miss the moon doing its thing. Sudbury bribery scandal continues. Oh no. Ontario's new Democrat demanded Premier Kathleen Wynne come clean Friday about her role, if any, in the Sudbury by-election scandal that led to criminal charges against a senior Liberal operative. The OPP charged prominent Sudbury Liberal Gary Lougheed on Thursday after an investigation into allegations that he offered former candidate Andrew Oliver a job to step aside for a February 5th by-election. Wynne refused to answer when asked directly who had instructed Lougheed to make the job offer, but insisting that she couldn't comment because the case is now before the courts. The Progressive Conservatives said they want to know if Wynne ordered Lougheed to offer Oliver an incentive to step aside, and called on the Premier to step down until charges are dealt with. Wynne maintains the Liberals were just trying to keep Oliver in the party fold, and there was no need to offer him anything to step aside because she had already decided he would not be the by-election candidate. Wynne had convinced federal New Democrat MP Glenn Thibeault to be the Liberal candidate in the by-election. And Lougheed said the Premier wanted Oliver to step down and agreed to nominate his replacement. Oliver released recordings of his conversations with Lougheed and with Wynne's Deputy Chief of Staff, Pat Sorbera, but he did not record his conversation with the Premier. Both Lougheed and Sorbera deny any wrongdoing. Lougheed issued a statement vowing to vigorously defend these charges in court. Elections Ontario said Sorbera and Lougheed's actions were an apparent contravention of the Elections Act and concerning bribery. It has no mandate to conduct prosecution, so the OPP must decide whether or not to lay charges. Wynne said Thursday that police had informed Sorbera's lawyer that she would not face criminal charges. Lougheed, 61, is expected to appear in Sudbury Court November 18th to face one criminal code count of counseling, an offense not committed. And one count of unlawfully influencing or negotiating appointments. So that's not good that that's happening. Well, I hope everything works out for everybody, and that, if any bribery was going on, that it was in our best interests. I'm Hollow Mad Dusty. That's the news of the weather for today. And I'll see you all tomorrow, because there'll be a blood moon, and we'll be watching the blood moon and going, "Ow!"